Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lovin Riyadh Show, and today is the 24th of April. Happy Jummah to everyone listening. I hope your Friday is off to a peaceful start. Quick question before we get into the news today. What are your Jummah plans? Did you head out for lunch after prayer, spending time with family, or just enjoying a calm Friday at home? However you spent it, I hope it's a good one. Alright, let's get into what's happening around the kingdom today. First up, the Hajj season is slowly starting to come alive, and one of the biggest moments every year is when the first groups of pilgrims begin arriving in Saudi Arabia. This year, the first group of Turkish Hajj Pilgrims has officially arrived, and the welcome they received was genuinely heartwarming. Their flight landed at Prince Mohammed bin Abdulaziz International Airport in Medina, and the reception was anything but ordinary. Officials were waiting for them at the airport with flowers, warm smiles, and that famous Saudi hospitality. And honestly, if you've ever seen these moments before, you know how emotional they can be. For many pilgrims, this journey has been years in the making. Some people spend decades hoping for the opportunity to perform Hajj. So when they finally arrive in the kingdom, stepping onto Saudi soil for the first time, it's a really powerful moment. You see people smiling, some with tears in their eyes, and many reciting prayers as they arrive. It's the kind of scene that really reminds you how meaningful this journey is. These pilgrims will soon continue their journey toward Makkah as they prepare for Hajj 1447H, which is expected to take place between May 26th and May 31st. Now, what's really interesting this year is how much easier the arrival process has become for many pilgrims, thanks to something called the Makkah Route Initiative. Think of it as a fast track for pilgrims. Instead of landing in Saudi Arabia and waiting through long immigration procedures, many pilgrims now complete most of the formalities before they even leave their home country. So things like biometric registration and visa processing are done at the departure airport in Turkey. By the time they land in Saudi Arabia, they can move through the airport much faster. Even their luggage is organized and sent directly to their accommodation in Makkah or Medina. From the airport, they board buses that take them straight to their hotels, making the entire journey much smoother and less stressful. Of course, with the Hajj season approaching, authorities are also reminding residents and visitors about new entry rules for Makkah. Starting from mid-April, anyone entering the city must have the proper permit. If someone doesn't have a Makkah residency, a Hajj permit, or a work permit for the holy sites, they won't be allowed through the checkpoints. These measures are all about managing crowds and ensuring the safety of millions of pilgrims who will soon be arriving. Now, switching gears for our second story today, and this one is something many people across Saudi Arabia have been noticing lately. The rain. If you've been looking out the window recently thinking that April has been unusually rainy, you're actually right. According to the National Center of Meteorology, this month's rainfall is significantly higher than the historical average. Between April 1st and April 16th, the expected average rainfall was around 7.8 millimeters. But this year, the actual rainfall reached about 20.3 millimeters. That's nearly triple the typical amount for this time period. And the most dramatic numbers came from the southern city of Abha. The weather station there recorded about 163 millimeters of rainfall, which is an incredible amount for this time of year and marks the second highest rainfall ever recorded at that station. Nearby Kamis Mushaid also saw strong rainfall totals, reaching more than 59 millimeters. Now, something else meteorologists pointed out is a phenomenon called spatial variation. It basically explains why sometimes one neighborhood gets completely soaked while another area just a short distance away stays dry. In mountainous regions, clouds interact with wind patterns and terrain. As moist air moves over mountains, it rises and cools, releasing rain over very specific spots. That's why areas around the Al Sudan Mountains can experience heavy rainfall while nearby areas barely see a drop, and these measurements are actually extremely important. The data helps experts plan flood drainage systems, manage dams and water resources, and support agricultural planning across the kingdom. So the next time you see rain falling outside, it might not just be a random cloud passing by. It could actually be part of one of the most remarkable rainy periods Saudi Arabia has seen in recent years. And that's it for today's episode of the Lovin Riyadh Show.
Thank you for tuning into the Lovin Riyadh podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcast from.